everybody, it is nostalgia time once again, and as you can tell by VirtualBox here, we are going to be taking a look at the original OEM installation of the Acer Aspire 5310 laptop computer that was manufactured sometime between 2007 and 2009. So, we're going to go full screen for the best experience. And judging by the boot animation, I can already tell what version of Windows this is going to include. So, we get an older Acer e-recovery management screen. So this computer, I can already tell, shipped with Windows Vista. We're going to see what the addition is in a minute. So of course we're going to do this in English. And then this is the notice that when doing this recovery, everything on the C drive will be deleted forever. And that recovery will require plenty of power. So if you're on a laptop, you would have to plug in the AC cord. If you were on a desktop computer, it wouldn't really matter, because it has to be connected or else it won't work. And then if any external hard drives or flash drives are attached, you would be asked to detach them from the computer before doing this. So essentially you would have to remove them from the machine, then restart the recovery program, and then at that point you would have to do the recovery over from scratch. So with that said, away we go. The restore has begun, so we will wait for this to finish. And since this is a 2-disc set, it is going to ask us for the second disc about halfway through the process. So as we cross the halfway mark, it's time for disc 2. Alright, so as we reach the end here, we get this driver error, but that is because this is on virtual hardware and that specific driver is not compatible with virtualized hardware. So now we will reinsert disk 1, as it will now copy the Windows files to the hard drive. Alright, and the restore is finished, so we'll press OK to restart the computer, and we will load into Windows for the first time. So there's the loading bar, which signals that this is Windows Vista. And this is a completely different look of this screen than I usually remember. It would normally say, please wait a moment while Windows prepares to start for the first time. And in later versions it would say, please wait while Windows prepares to start for the first time. I'd say that was like around Service Pack 2 or so. But instead here, we just get a series of dots, which I think is very unusual. And we are going to see why in just a moment. That is because this copy of Vista is in Russian. Yes, indeed, this is a Russian copy of Windows Vista. Now we have this command line that updates the device driver. Well, it just says update device driver. And because we told the recovery program to display all instructions in English, this command line will display everything in English as well, even though on the operating system the language is Russian. Here we are. This is Windows Vista Home Premium, and I can tell this is RTM because it has a copyright date of 2006. So, and then this is the license agreement for Windows Vista Home Basic, Home Premium, and Ultimate, and this is the license agreement from Acer. This is where you would type in your username and password and set a default wallpaper. And of course, because this is in Russian, defaults to the Russian character layout, but we can go up here and we can change this to English. And there we go. Now we have the text being typed in English. So then we can hit, well, these are profile pictures, by the way. And then the next screen is where we can decide what background we want. But anyway, I'll call this Aspire 5310 because that's the model. And you can see, let's take a look at the backgrounds. We can already see a couple of Acer ones. So they've selected 3 of the default Vista wallpapers, and then these are the 3 default wallpapers from Acer. We're going to do this one. And then we're going to use recommended settings. Honestly, everything is in 24-hour time, but I'll figure out the time zone later. Home network. It says thank you. And now the last thing it will do is assess the system performance. And then we will be at the desktop. And then over here we have the right there. We can switch it between Russian and English. And that says preparing your desktop. All right, here we are at the desktop. And we can see all of the stuff that it comes with. That says Norton Internet Security is out of date. And here is the Welcome Center in Vista. Apparently there's apparently a file encryptor on here. But let's go to System and take a look. So this is Windows Vista Home Premium with no service packs, 32-bit, 3 days into automatic activation. Let's see, there's some Acer stuff on here, but let's look at the start menu and see what it actually includes. So there's an Acer arcade program. It has Adobe Reader 8. This is Windows DVD Creator. It's got Live Messenger, Defender, and I believe these are the Windows Live stuff that usually comes with Vista. That's the Acer webcam program. Here's the uninstaller for it. This is Acer's Empowering Technology. It's their E stuff. The E Data Security, E Lock, Empowering eNet, Power Management, Presentation. The Game Zone does come with a few games. It's got Big, Kahuna Reef 2, Bricks of Egypt, Dynasty, Galapago, Jewel Quest. It's got Luxor 2. And then 2 Mystery Case Files installments, Prime Suspects and Ravenhurst. And Treasures of the Deep and Zuma Deluxe. I believe those are in English. And here is that Launch Manager. And then Cyberlink Power Producer, I assume is a movie creation program. And it comes with Office 2007 pre-installed. It only comes with the most commonly used ones, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. It also has Microsoft Works. I believe this is Works. I don't know what version that is. This is Norton Internet Security. This is the NTI Backup Tool. CD and DVD Maker. You can even make jewel cases out of them. And then this is that Acer thing again. And then this is about anytime upgrade. You could upgrade your edition of Windows Vista. These are all of the games that it usually comes with. So nothing different there. This is about creating system recovery disks Well, for Windows, that is. And then the rest are the accessories here. I wonder what the narrator sounds like on this Russian copy Windows. But because this is in Russian, I won't get the exact results, but we will switch it to EN, which is English. And now stuff will type in English. You can see there's a narrator also in English. So this is a narrator that doesn't even speak at all. And then over here I can tell there is this E thing. It gives like statuses on your computer. And it looks like it wants to restart to finish. So you can see it's making final preparations. So now it says thank you and congratulations for purchasing an Acer product. That's about registration. So this is English, United States. And there we go. We can start seeing that everything in time form is in English. The only thing that we did manage to change, however, was the time and date format. So now you can see it is in the time and date format here in the United States. However, it is locked to the Russian time zone by default. So we'll X out all these boxes here. So we can take a look around the system and see what it did install. So of course here's this Acer empowering technology little widget. So this shows wireless networks that you're connected to. And then this is about battery status. And this is E-presentation, which is for projectors. And then E-data security is like a data locker. And here's a E-lock management, which I suppose is a device lock. And then the settings cannot be viewed. And then this minimizes the bar. It just says empowering technology. So let's see what Acer Arcade is. So it looks like it's in its own media center. Question mark. It's just like a whole ton of question marks. So home media. I believe this is essentially another one of those media programs. Dummy app. So while parts of the UI are in English, still there are still, however, some traces. And then that Crystal Eye webcam is that webcam program. And then Acer Game Zone, of course, opens it up in Internet Explorer. And this is, I believe, a Yahoo toolbar. Free download games at iplay.com. So I suppose this is a much newer version of the site featuring Game of the Day entries. Yeah, I believe what's on here is Internet Explorer 6 or 7. No, Internet Explorer 6 is Windows XP, so this must be Internet Explorer 7. So that is Internet Explorer 7, which came preloaded with Vista. And here's the Empowering Technology tour with this nice music. And of course this music plays on a loop. And this is that same tour that played earlier during the program installation. However, this music did not play. Let's listen to this lovely music. I think that music is going to keep looping. Alright, so here's Cyberlink Power Producer. I'll skip the registration. Version 3. So I suppose this is a video editor. I think it says there's no CD DVD drive. So Power Producer is a disk creation tool. So I suppose that's a disk creator. And then the empowering technology is this E thing from earlier. It also comes with a 60-day trial of Microsoft Office. And then it has NTI CD and DVD Maker 7, which is just like that Cyberlink thing. Everything is a question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Everything is literally a question mark. There you go up here. Wave editor, question mark. That's about the live update. Cannot launch live update. At least that's in English. Please enter your name and initials to activate the 60-day trial of Office. And then, yeah, you have to provide a product key. Let's see, I think that's yes. It says installation aborted. And I suppose that's like an update thing. Yeah, this is updates, so help protect your computer with updates. So there you go. That's the 60-day trial of Office. But of course, that's in the default keyboard layout. And then we can go here to switch it to English United States. So it doesn't change the language system-wide. It just changes the keyboard language. So then I can just type a bunch of gibberish here. And now it is being displayed in English. English United States as the keyboard layout. So, but then of course you have your sidebar. You can move the gadgets off of there. I didn't know you could move gadgets off the sidebar in Windows Vista. I thought you could just do that in Windows 7. So we have to right click the sidebar and that's the hide. That hides the task. That hides the sidebar. And that brings it back. And I don't know what this does. This pulls up the gadget gallery. So I can put a CPU meter here. I can, get the weather conditions, although that doesn't work anymore. There's the contact book. And I could just put a calendar and a sticky note. Apparently this is a sidebar that has like 2 pages. I don't think I've ever gotten the Windows Vista sidebar to go this large. And here is the screensaver. It actually includes a couple of them. This is big. This is the screensaver from Big Kahuna Reef 2, which doesn't appear to work. I don't think this Treasures of the Deep screensaver works too. So I don't know why the Treasures of the Deep and Big Kahuna screensavers are in here, because they just launched the game. But there is a default Acer screensaver in here. So this is what the machine looks like on the outside. So this is one of those multimedia PCs back in the day that had a TV tuner card in it, so you could plug in an external, you could plug in a TV antenna and you can watch live TV from your laptop. This basically explains that E thing we just saw. The crystal bright display. Yeah, there's the arrow stuff, which we don't get here. Apparently this screensaver has sound. I don't think I've ever seen a screensaver with sound before. So this is a first. And that talks about what Signal Up does. And then it shows the stuff about the crystal eye. That's what the screensaver is. That's pretty neat. That is a look at the Acer Aspire 5310 laptop from 2006 or 7. And in the next episode, we're going to continue our look at the Acer lineup from back in the day and see what those computers had. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.